Singapore is expecting air travel bubbles to play a key role in reopening borders this year, as more countries will be prepared to negotiate them. That's when vaccinations bring down infection rates. It's also looking at ways to ease quarantine measures, especially for vaccinated travellers, and nudge the sector towards recovery. Gwyneth Teo with more.
It's still uncharted skies ahead for the aviation industry. Transport Minister Ong Ye Kung warns that it isn't likely to see a V-shaped recovery this year, and it's also possible the virus is here to stay.
Notwithstanding this, with vaccines and the realization of governments around the world that they cannot perpetually close up their borders, I believe there will be some reopening of borders this year and some recovery this year.
Rather than forcing a sharp recovery, Mr. Ong says the plan is to reopen safely and build up confidence that Changi Airport will remain an air hub after the pandemic. Air travel bubbles, where Singapore allows visitors from places that have the virus under control while imposing testing requirements on them, will be crucial to the reopening of borders.
We have now an agreed tax with Hong Kong, and the ATB can be launched when conditions are right. We have not given up the idea. In fact, I think ATBs are going to be important. We can also identify places from low to moderate infection rates and combine vaccination with tests, even bubble wrap travel, and to open up travel corridors. We will do our best to make all these arrangements bilateral so Singaporeans can travel outwards too.
Singapore now has the capacity to do more than 60,000 COVID-19 tests a day to catch infections early and reduce transmissions. And vaccines could be another shot in the arm for the pandemic-hit sector. Mr. Ong says vaccinated travellers could be allowed to enter Singapore without the need to serve a stay-home notice if it's scientifically proven that vaccinations significantly reduce COVID-19 transmission. Singapore is currently in talks to recognise vaccine certificates at the bilateral and multilateral levels. So far, 92% of frontline air and sea workers have received at least one dose of the vaccine. While the skies ahead remain cloudy, Mr. Ong says with vaccines, the fight is shifting in Singapore's favour.